What we'd like you to do now is to explore with putting together everything we've talked about so far in this module. Basic movement and use of the pen commands in order to draw out shapes on the screen as the cat is moving around on the screen. In other words, we want you to use Scratch as though it were Logo. And so the task we want you to do, and the details for this are written down below on this page, but the task that we want you to do is threefold. The first thing we want you to do is that when the program starts, we want the cat to go to places everybody, right? We're going to really keep emphasizing that idea of places everybody, so jump to the middle of the stage and do whatever is necessary to kind of get ready for the start of the program. The second thing that should happen then inside of that is that the cat should draw a square, we'll say in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And so you need to put in some sequence of commands that have the cat trace out a square in the lower right-hand corner when while the program is running. I put a pause at each corner. You don't technically have to do that, but it's a little easier for us to see that. And then the final thing we want to do is to lift the pen up and have the cat jump out of the way so we can see the actual square that's been left behind. And so there's the three steps to that. Places everybody, make the square, and then move out of the way, right? So if I press my green flag here, you'll see all three of those together. And I've got the code out of the way here so you can't actually see the code, but that's what I want you to do. And I think there's at least two ways that you can do that. One is to use relative movement, basically using combinations of move and turn to produce this. And the other is to use absolute movement, basically figuring out, well, what are the coordinates at the ends of this square and using that in the various movement techniques that use relative movement. So I'd like you to make two of these, SquareTracer number 1 and SquareTracer number 2, one using relative movement and one using absolute movement. Take a few minutes to play with that, explore, struggle a little bit if you need to, and then watch the next video where we'll talk about the two ways that we might do this.